In the previous class, we have discussed hardware. What is hardware? What is software?
Hardware, software, BIOS, memory, and operating systems. Definitions.
నేను చెప్తాను హార్డ్వేర్ సాఫ్ట్వేర్ types of software, system software, application software, and we have discussed
Systems.
what is operating system. Operating system is a system software. Without operating system, we cannot able to run any program in our system. See, if we want to get this operating system to be ready in our system, BIOS is going to be work. Except BIOS, everything, if we want to run, we need the operating system. BIOS is nothing but basic input output system. BIOS is responsible for booting operating system. Booting is the process of loading the operating system from hard disk to RAM. Okay. See, we have discussed what is memory. We have two types of memory.
Two types
One
of
is
memories. Primary memory and secondary memory. Primary memory is also known as main memory. Secondary memory is also known as auxiliary memory. Main memory consists of RAM. Secondary memory consists of ROM. RAM means random access memory. ROM means read-only memory. RAM points వచ్చేసి when the data is temporary, if the power lost to the system, also data erased. చెప్పండి సార్.
Yeah, so RAM is a temporary memory where we are going to be considered that is a temporary memory. When we are having the data in it, the power loss, the data will be get erased. Will be having read and write operations to be performed on it. Will be having read and write access to the RAM. Whereas coming to the ROM, read only memory, it is having the data permanently. Even though the power loss happened to the data, it will not get erased because it is having only read access. And secondary memory, which is also called as auxiliary memory, which is used for storing the backup of data. What are the secondary storage devices we have here? Pen drive, USB, memory card, CD, DVD. Full form of CD is compact disc.
Compact disc.
Compact disc. A full form of DVD is digital versatile disc or digital video disc. So even
Digital
floppy,
versatile.
yeah, even floppy we can consider. Now, see here, what is operating system? Discuss that. What is operating system? In shortcut, we will call that as OS. What is operating system? We'll call that as OS. In shortcut. See, operating system is a software required to run every program in our computer system except the BIOS. See, when we have this operating system, we can say the operating system will be acting as an interface between the user level and as well as the hardware components. OS will act as interface between
OS will act
user level and hardware. User level will be having some application software. We'll see application softwares. What are the application softwares which is used? Which has been specifically designed for performing a specific task. See, application software like what we have discussed previously, all those application softwares will be having the interface with operating system, operating system. See, the operating system is an interface between application software and as well as hardware. It is an interface between application software and as well as hardware. See here, for the operating system will be having some libraries and device drivers. So what is libraries? What is device drivers? Also we will discuss. Now see here, OS is a platform. OS is a platform where we can run all the application softwares. Software. Okay. See, what is meant by library? Libraries which will be having input output operations. Libraries having input and output operations. Input and output operations. See, each and every OS will be having some libraries and device drivers which are used to communicate between application software and as well as hardware components. Each and every OS will have libraries and device drivers used to communicate with application software and as well as hardware components. See, why we require the libraries or device drivers? See, libraries we have discussed to perform the input and output operations. We have to use the libraries. Then, for what purpose we have to use the device drivers? See, previously, when we have the operating systems like Windows 2003, Windows Vista, and all, if we want to connect a printer, we need to install the special drivers for it. If we want to get the audio or video, also we need to install the related drivers. See, nowadays, the latest operating systems, whatever the drivers we are using regularly, all those drivers has been inbuilt with the operating system. Without having the device drivers, even if we are connecting our keyboard or mouse also, the system cannot able to accept. The operating system cannot able to access. If that suitable device driver has been installed, then only it is going to be work. Then only it is going to be work. Otherwise, it will not work. So because of that only, libraries and as well as device drivers are required in the operating system to support all the application softwares when we are interacting with the hardware. I mean, if the application software has to work in a sense, if it need to interact with the hardware, the operating system is going to be play a major role. That is the only way we have to interact with the hardware. Operating system basically divided into two categories. OS is divided into two categories. OS is divided into two categories. First one is CUI, or we can also say say it as CLI. See, CUI full form is character user interface. Character user interface. CLI, command line interface. Command line interface. See, this is one type of operating system, and other one is GUI. The full form of GUI is graphical user interface. Graphical user interface. See, if it is a command line interface or character user interface, everything, whatever the task we want to perform, we have to write the command. We have to write the command. So there we have to remember the commands for performing each and every task. For performing each and every task. But whereas here graphical user interface, we will be having user friendly interface. We no need to remember the commands to use or to work with the graphical user interface. See, now Windows operating system is a graphical user interface. By seeing this one, we can easily identify this is a browser. This is a browser because the interface is like that. The interface is like that. So this files is a folder. So we can easily identify it is a folder. This is some icon. So based on the type of icon, we can able to identify this is so and so. If you want to create the folder, no need to write any command. Just we are going to be give right click and we are going to be select the new. Whatever it may be the files we want, we can able to select in the same way. See the folder, we can able to give the different style that what we can say as graphical user interface. Whereas coming to this command line interface, in Windows operating system, we have the command prompt that is MS-DOS. So everything it is going to be performed with the help of command. If I want to create the directory, we have command. If we want to move to the other directory, we have command. See, mkdir in Lenovo sample is a directory I'm going to be create. So now cd sample if I'm giving, it is going to be enter. See, we don't have sample directory previously. By using this command, I have created this directory. See, in the C folder, users Lenovo, we have we have sample now. It does not have any data. See, sample one, if you want enter cd sample one, the system cannot find the path specified. See, now this users is one folder, Lenovo is one folder in the graphical user interface. But whereas coming to this command line interface or character user interface, those are considered as directories. In the coming sessions, we are going to be discuss what is a directory, what is a folder, each and everything. Now, here by using this mkdir command, I have created this folder. So with the help of cd command, cd represents change directory. CD represents change directory. I have changed into this particular directory. So it is going to be work according to that. If I want to come back from that directory to the previous directory, cd dot dot. Again, if you want to come back, cd slash also we can use, where it makes the command to come into the home directory. Okay, like that also we can use. So just I'm giving the sample, no need to worry what is meant by mkdir, what is meant by cd, that and all is if you don't know also not a problem. We are going to be learn in depth in our coming sessions. Just I'm showing how this command line interface and uh, one is going to be graphical user interface. will looks like I'm explaining. Any doubt in this as of now?
No, no, sir.
See, next we have two types of operating systems. That is not only two types of operating systems, we have many types of operating systems. In that, majorly we are going to be discuss about single user operating system, and the second one is multi-user operating system. Multi-user operating system. What is single user operating system? At a time, one user is going to be work with the system resources. At a time, only one user is going to be work with the system resources, or only one user is going to be access the system resources. Is it does not support any networking. We can say this is a standalone operating system. We can say that is a standalone operating system. Only one user can use system resources. Here, more than one user can use the system resources. More than one user can use system resources. Only one user can use system resources if it is a single user operating system. If it is a multi-user operating system, more than one user can access system resources. Whereas if it is a single user operating system, it will not support networking, and whereas coming to the multi-user operating system, it will support networking. It supports networking.
Network.
It is supporting networking because of that only multiple users can able to connect to one system and they can able to access the system resources. More than one user can able to connect with the system and they can able to access the resources. See, we are going to be say this is a standalone operating system. This standalone OS. What are the examples we have for this single user operating system? MS-DOS. This is the first operating system which was given by the Microsoft. MS-DOS, Microsoft Disk Operating System. MS-DOS full form is Microsoft.
It is one operating system, sir. Microsoft Disk Operating System.
Microsoft Disk Operating System.
Disk Operating System.
MS-DOS, Microsoft Disk Operating System, is a single user operating system, which was the first operating system given by the Microsoft company. Later we have Windows 95. Later we have Windows 95. Whereas coming to the uh, multi-user operating system, which we can say as an example for this multi-user operating system. So present Windows operating systems are all multi-user operating systems, and we can say Unix, Linux, and latest Windows OS. These are all we can say as multi-user operating system. These are all we can say as multi-user operating system. See, we along with that we have many operating systems related to the multi-user. Those things we will discuss. See, command line interface or character user interface. It is going to be work we have discussed. User works with the command only. Here, user works with commands only. That is, to perform any task, user have to use commands, and even mouse will not work here. Mouse will not work. Whereas coming to this graphical user interface, So here, users working with folders and files, icons. By using the icons itself, we can able to recognize uh, what is that particular icon. So here, users working with folders, files, and icons using mouse. Here we are using the mouse because we can say this is a user friendly. It's user friendly. It is user friendly. So now we will discuss about MS-DOS first. MS-DOS. Microsoft Disk Operating System. Microsoft Disk Operating System. See, who developed this MS-DOS? Microsoft has developed this MS-DOS in the year of 1945. Microsoft developed this in the year of 1945. See, this is the first operating system. This is the first operating system. This is the first OS, and it is a character user interface or command line interface. This is UI, character user interface, and it will not support networking. It does not support networking. As we discussed, it is a standalone OS. Standalone OS. Just a minute. These are MS-DOS features. Next one is Unix OS. Unix OS is a multi-user operating system. It is multi-user operating system. It was developed in the year of 1973. It was developed in the year of 1973. See, Unix was developed by Dennis Ritchie, who has developed the C language. It was developed by Dennis Ritchie, who developed the language as well. It means Unix operating system is developed with C language. Is developed using C language. See, initially, the Unix also does not support networking. Later in 1990s, networking has been added. Networking has been added. After adding as networking one of the feature of Unix operating system, means when the Unix OS started supporting networking, it has been converted into multi-user operating system. Multi-user operating system. And the Unix has been developed at AT&T Laboratories, which is located in US. Unix OS is developed in AT&T Bell Labs, AT&T Bell Labs at US. See, initially Unix does not have networking, or Unix does not support networking, and in 1990s, networking has been added to Unix. From there, it has converted into multi-user operating system. And we can say Unix is a freeware. Unix is a open source software. Meaning, Unix is open source software or OS. So software or OS. So we have terms. What is freeware? Second one is open source software. What is meant by freeware? What is meant by open source? See, freeware in a sense, we are going to be get a software freely. We can able to download it free of cost. It does not require any license. It does not require any license, and that too, it does not have any source code along with the software. If the software is given as a freeware, just we can able to download that particular software and we can use it without any cost. We no need to purchase any license to that particular software for using it, and it does not have any code along with that. Whatever the code they have used for developing that particular software, it does not have. If it is a open source software, we can able to download that from the internet with a free of cost. We no need to purchase it. Along with the code, we can able to download. We can able to modify it. We can able to share to our friends, relatives, or everyone also. We can able to add some more features to the existing code, even that will be possible for this. Even that will be possible here with the open source. See, it can be downloaded and used at free of cost without having any license, without any license. Source code will not be available. Source code will not be available. But whereas coming to the freeware, whereas coming to the open source software, we'll be downloading it along with the source code with the free of cost. We don't need to pay any amount for it. See here, it can be downloaded, including its source code at a free of cost. At a free of cost. See, we can able to add some extra features and we can able to share to others as well. The new versions can be developed. The new versions can be developed. Source code can be modified shared to others.